Fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Introducing first, it's Katie Taylor. She's 165 centimeters tall with a reach of 168. Introducing first, it's Katie Taylor, perhaps the greatest athlete Ireland has ever produced. Katie Taylor, one of the...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, and now...
An open-air outdoor stadium. What a venue for this contest.
You're out in the open. There's the breeze, but there's the sun. When you're moving and when you're under pressure, it's a lot to take in.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. Stiff jab. Big right uppercut scores. The straight right just misses. I hope you brought your sunglasses because we're fighting outside, and what a main event this should be.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice hook there. An uppercut digging to the body. Got her with a right hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, things certainly aren't going her way. She's been on the back foot. She's got to turn the tables.
Wow, you know, I've been in...
Here we go for round 2. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Fighting a swarmer and you know their goal is to bury their head right in your chest, the uppercut will probably come in handy.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing, stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Not a lot of defense here at all. Fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Just missed with that hook. Beautiful counter shot. Caution is being thrown to the wind. There's a counter shot. competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, the corner can't be happy with the way things are going for her right now.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what?
Here's the bell to start round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Can't find a home for that jab. Misses with the jab. Nice counter. That jab doesn't find a home. Oh no, Katie Taylor hurt. It appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Just misses with that uppercut. Just missed. She catches and counters. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Great round. Now relax. You're better than this. I've seen so much more from you. You've worked so hard. Get back out there. There was still landing your power shots. Good plays. Good boxing right there. Focus. You just need to recenter. That was a bad round. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We've done so much better before. Just forget that round. That's enough.
There's the bell for round 4. She's coming off a fantastic last round. Let's see what she's going to do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. That hook is parried away. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Greatest female perhaps of all time is in trouble of going down. And right back into the fray.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to...
And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
A shot from... 1, 2, 3...
A lot of work needs to be done in this corner. 2 knockdowns in the last round.
There's always a way back, don't it?
There's the bell to start round 5. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Didn't land that jab. Are we about to see Katie Taylor knocked out? Hold that thought! The greatest female perhaps of all time is in trouble of going down. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now. Hold her right there! Oh no, Katie Taylor hurt! Somehow weathered the storm.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punching. All the time. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominant.
There's the bell to start round 6. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Hold that thought! Are we about to see Katie Taylor knocked out? Did you see that? Oh no, Katie Taylor hurt. Katie Taylor took a big shot and has to go down. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
This next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
I love the response, though.
Round round 7. Here we go. You can see the frustration on her face in the corner. She knows it is go time now. Fight or flight. She's got to get back in it in this round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast the round. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Halfway through the round, and I think she knows she's losing this round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Well done with that counter shot. Holding nothing back here in the round. They block the uppercut. The greatest female perhaps of all time is in trouble of going down. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
To make or break a fighter.
So much more from you. You've worked so hard. Get back out there.
And there's the bell for round 8. Johnny, she looks pretty good right now, but how do you think she's going to hold up after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knock.
I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
I need to see that again.
Feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Some fighters, they think, you know what? My chin's so hard, it's like granite. She thinks her chin is like granite. Some people's are like glass, so she needs to be careful, because granite can turn to glass with just one more shot, one more. And then it's a mental thing more than anything else.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
It's that but ever hope. Remember the fight to Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of heart we need to see.
Just misses with that uppercut. She needs to be careful that she doesn't punch herself out. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
They've done it.
Nothing in my way will make me be afraid. And I can feel it in my bones. Yeah, I can feel it in my soul. Yeah, I can feel it, no letting go. And I can feel it, it's getting close. I said, I can't stand by anymore. Looking in from the outside, I know I can hold the phone. They can't keep my hands tied. I need strength to carry on without me pushing through. Oh, no one can save me from myself. I need force, breaking down the walls by force, keeping my head above the water, screaming till I lose my voice. I need force, breaking down the walls by force, keeping my head above the water, screaming till I lose my voice. Yeah.
You might just be the greatest boxing champion of all time. See, man like me, I'm an undisputed champion of life. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks for me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city. War with me, that's war with the 6-1. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks for me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city. War with me, that's war with the 6-1. When your idols become your rivals, has a funny way of making you pick up the Bible. I've been hustling for the longest, the money's vital. Late night in the casino, I watched him win the title. I don't have to think too heavy, I can remember. The city centers hella cold in the December. The roads that I'm from will turn you to a contender. I'm a Jean-Claude Van Damme, there's no surrender. You didn't know money when the bally meant this trallies up. When I'm saying money, I'm not talking about Pacquiao. It's funny how the tables turn, you're not Ricky Hatton. Tonight I have to let me put my body down. When you was hitting bags, I was still bagging up in mommy's house. You was in the Philly shell when I was getting batted down. Prison cell, swimming in my thoughts, trying not to drown. Shadow boxing in my pad, I hit the gym when I got out. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks for me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city. War with me, that's war with the 6-1. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks for me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city. War with me, that's war with the 6-1. Become your rivals, you know the hustle paid. You know you took your lemons and turn them to lemonade. I'm from money where the police are getting with. And that's a true story, that's not something you just say. Undisputed, undisputed, we're the undisputed ones. We want it to be gangster, yeah, we want it to be done.
All right, I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. Box.
They ain't stopping me, I'm a pro like a Mac. Drip flow like a tap, tiptoe to the stack.
thrive under pressure, know when to attack. When it's showtime, front row to the back, front line with my back up against the wall. If I'm up against the odds, then I'm about to give it all. About to get them all, I want everything they got. Coming for the top, I won't stop until I fall. Me, I'm trying to ball out like LaMelo Ball. Watch me switch the gears on and wait for him to stall. They're looking all small, trying to run before they crawl. Me, I'm going all out, up against it all. You're up against the clock, up against the clock. Trying to break the doors down, you should have changed the locks.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
Time for our tail of the tape. First up, we have Saul Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179. And he'll be fighting the man nicknamed Sugar. It's Ray Leonard. He's got a reach of 179 centimeters, and he stands 175 centimeters tall.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure that...
Saul Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican legend, the middle. It's Sugar Ray Leonard, one of the four kings of boxing alongside Roberto Duran, Marvin Hagler, and Thomas Hearns. He may be the best of the bunch.
So excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. Here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
What a venue, what a fight, what action.
Under the bright lights here for this one. Really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Straight right just misses. Catch and shoot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Got him there. Beautiful counter shot. And he scores with the counter. There's a counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
You just see the nerves on a fight stepping into the ring, Todd. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. Couldn't land that jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. How about that time counter shot? Punch, counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special.
Get your mind back.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Perfect counter lands. That counter shot lands. are giving us a high-tempo show. Nice counter. This counter fighter believes in me. Anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Good counter punching. Exchange punches. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? You believe what we are seeing. Nice counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next. There's the bell for round 3. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Can't land the jab there. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Good counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They drop their guard, they get caught. Unlucky to miss with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Every second, every minute.
There's the bell for round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Counter punches have to hurt. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
Through the hook, didn't land. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter punch. off with the right hook. A perfect counter shot. Nice counter punch. His stamina is off the charts. Beautiful counter punch. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judge.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. Beautiful counter shot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When are we going to see a jab from these two? That jab doesn't find a home. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice exchange here from both men. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
You cannot cast that.
Get out there, switch on.
On to the sixth round. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
You've got to be courageous when you're getting in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. And he scores with the counter. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good counter punching. Swing and a miss with that hook. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Get focused and get your mind back on the job.
Here we go. It's round 7. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The stamina is off the charts. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Good counter punching. A perfect counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym. And there's the bell for round 8. How much is left in their tank after last round?
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Sugar Ray Leonard, can you believe it? Just got knocked down. Wow, let's take another look at that.
Need to see that again. One, two, three, four, five. Listen to me. Are you okay?
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagle's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fighter Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, well, we'll just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement.
so many zeros, and that's when the crowd starts to shout. Yeah, you know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. Yeah, spill venom out the side of my pores. We came to battle, we came for war. Digging in the mud, carry across the globe. No matter the weather, rain, sunny or snow. I guess all the sacrifice was worth it. The pain made perfect and gave me a purpose, yeah. And I still don't get no breaks. And you about to learn why if you in my way. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down.
They could have picked any venue in the world, but they chose this one for a reason. What an atmosphere. This is the Lighthouse Theater. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like...
And here he is, Bud Terrence Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it. Amir Khan, he's Bolton's finest.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division undisputed champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Bolton, England, here is the Olympic silver medalist, one of Britain's youngest ever professional world champion, a unified 140-pound champion of the world, introducing Amir King Khan.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Thank you, Todd. You know what? Outside, it's hot. Inside, it's roasting.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. We have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. Nice straight. The straight right just misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. They both want a knockout, you can tell. You want to know what it feels like to have Terrence Crawford hit you below the belt? Well, just hold it right there. Crawford's legs are all over the place. A much better game plan here.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
One punch could change everything in this battle. They exchange punches. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Well done with that counter shot. counter shot. That hook's blocked. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. As bad as boxing judging could be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this tempo.
Great round. Now relax.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Love being in this venue as the audience is right on top of you, and they will be bringing the heat tonight. They are ready to watch this showdown.
You walk in, you cannot hide or duck or stand behind anybody. The audience is on you. They see every single movement, every single twitch. If you're scared, the thousands of people are here in this place. They will spot it.
Time they throw a shot, they get countered. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. These punches coming from every angle. Perfect counter shot. Missing with the hook. Good counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
I love that. That jab is slick. Now it's a tougher fight. He's got to be confident. You've got to will appear. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time.
Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good punch. Careful not to punch himself out. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
I've got to see that again.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Good, look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow, get to the end of the round.
Amir Khan is rocked. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
3 days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Oh boy! handles their fighter here after being dropped twice in that last round.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Nice round, good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man.
Just get your rhythm back, and then we go again.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Swing and a miss with the hook. Oh, that punch. Catch and shoot. Good counter punching. Put the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Counter shot. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Caught him. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come to me.
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. They get 1 minute between rounds. This fighter wished it was 10 minutes after being... Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Stamina is off the charts. Nope, that hook won't score. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. They'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
What you've got to do, Tony, with this anticipation, you've got to wait, you've just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You've just got to put in a guess.
Stamina is off the charts. Amir Khan in some real trouble. Disaster of... Hold that! And Amir Khan finally on the canvas. Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Let's talk about Khan in that last round. He's been knocked down, but on to the 6th round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This shot.
It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Beautiful counter shot. Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He should be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
The only fear you have with this lightweight is has he punched himself out? Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Talk about Khan in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Listen, beast. Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good?
Round 7, here we go. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Good defense on that right hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Hook misses. A perfect counter lands. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
There's a lot on the line here.
Come on, breathe. I need you to go back out there. Good work, that's it. Now breathe. Just get your jab back. Just boxing. Just be smart. Holding up, but you were still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget, it's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it.
There's the bell to start round 8. That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. That counter shot lands. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Clark, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use flame over brawn.
Nice counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. That punch is beginning to take its toll. Amir Khan backing up. Pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
What a wipe.